What's going on, guys? Tyler with Clean Cut Lawns. Thanks for watching another video. If you haven't been in this channel before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. But today I just wanted to go over a little bit on the FS130 versus the Stihl FS240, and I have in my hand the FS130. I get comments. I did a review on the FS240 and I did a review on the FS130, and people ask in the different videos, I don't know if they haven't seen both of them, what the difference is in the two. So I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm not going to give you any specific stats because you can simply go to Stihl.com and look up the CCs and all that stuff. But for starters, I will go with the FS130 just because the FS130 is a lower number than the 240. It is heavy. It's a heavy weed eater. It's not as heavy as the 240. This thing has a ton of power. And the 240 has a lot of power as well. But on the 130, I think this thing is meant just for going to town on stuff. Because it's either no throttle or full throttle. And you're just going and beating some stuff up. Now the 240, you can feather it a little bit. And you can go around like fences and stuff like that without being at full power. You can put a blade on both of them for brush clearing and underbrushing and stuff like that. The reason that I bought the 240, I had the 130 first, and then I bought the 240, was because it had a little bit more power. It is a little bit heavier, but the string, you can see I don't use the guard. When I was in the mountains, I took the guard off and I could kick the string out a little bit further, which may not seem like that big of a deal. But ask the guys in the mountains. They know when you're stuck weed eating a bank and it takes forever, you want it to take as little time as possible. Now that being said, if you're in a metropolitan area and doing weekly maintenance a lot, I probably wouldn't recommend either one of these weed eaters unless you end up getting into the brush clearing. Now, that being said, I did have both of them. I sold the 240 and kept the 130. Because if I do end up needing to put a blade on it, it's fine for it. I can also put hedge trimmers on this if I need to. Ever since I got the PAS system from Echo, I really don't put hedge trimmers on this much. Now I just keep it in case I end up having to weed eat one of those big jobs or do some brush clearing, things like that. To me, if you're not going to use it every day, if you're not in the mountains weed eating banks a whole lot, and you had to pick one or the other, I'd probably pick the 130. Now if you are weed eating a whole lot of banks, and you plan on using it a lot, I would probably buy the 240 just so you can kick the string out a little bit, save you a little bit of time, plus you can build up some muscles a little bit faster for your lady friend. But that all being said, the 240, it's a 2-stroke versus a 4-stroke with the 130. And the 130, when you start it, it sounds, that sounds like a dirt bike coming through town, like whoa, whoa, whoa. Me and a buddy of mine were weed eating a bank up in the mountains, and he started at the bottom, and he started first because I dropped him off coming up. And when I got up to the house, the homeowner come outside and said, "Man, that's a mean weed eater." And I told that homeowner, I said, "Well, actually, this one, the 240, has more power. That one just a 4-stroke and sounds a whole lot louder." So, that being said, I don't know if it's worth the $200 extra, unless you really are just trying to save some time. But either way, either one of them will wear you out if you're carrying them around all day. But let me know in the comments which one you like and why, or if you have a lower homeowner, or if you're just doing residential houses, which weed eater you recommend. I'm always willing to try something new, and I'm sure other people are always willing to try something new as well, just to see what works best for your company. And how do you know what works best if you don't try them all? But thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Let us know if you like the 130 or the 240. And if you don't like either of them, let us know that as well.